Hey everyone, in this particular video, we are going to solve a Leetcode problem, minimum time to make rope colorful. So let's read the description of problem first. Alice has n balloons arranged on a rope. You are given a zero index string colors, where colors I is the color of the ith balloon. I will explain you the problem in the simple way. Just read the description first. Alice wants the rope to be colorful. She does not want two consecutive balloons to be of the same color. So she asks Bob for help. Bob can remove some balloons from the rope so to make it colorful. You are given a zero indexed integer array needed time, where needed time I is the time that Bob needs to remove the ith balloon from the rope. And then last, we need to return the minimum time that Bob needs to make the rope colorful. So basically, here what is given? There is a girl named Alice which has a balloons in a row, and she wants that she have a colorful balloon. But by default, or you can say by the glitch or any problem, he has a there is a duplicates balloon also which just violates its colorful. So for that, he takes help from the Bob to remove the balloons that are of same color in the adjustment format. So Bob, what can he do? Simply he can remove that particular balloon, and for removing the balloon, he has to take a time, and that time is just declared on the array needed time. So in at last, what he can do? In last, basically we have to return time. That how much time does the Bob will take to make this particular row colorful. So for this, what we are going to do, simply come here. Is simply as you have read the problem. In this, what you are going to do? Let me. In this, basically, we will. This is very simple problem. We need to just traverse the string only. The colors the string is given that this particular colors, as you can see, in the colors A, B, A, C, and the needed time. So in this, in the above image, you can just imagine any color of that A is blue, B is red, C is green, and in that format only we are going to solve it. So we need to maintain only two variables to solve this problem, previous and the current. Okay, and for what we are going to do, simply the condition is quite simple. If the adjacent are same, that is previous. If the previous and the current are the adjacent, okay. If that are equal, if these are equal, then we are going to do what we will do. Simply we need to check that which value is being deleted. That either the previous value in means that you are deleting this, but if suppose if it is the previous one, where I could show you, is it? Uh, I'm here. So control shift 0. Okay, let me just I will just explain you here from only. Suppose here it is okay. You have the string, and the previous is here, and C is here. If you are deleting this one, so now you need to shift this previous to somewhere, and how you will shift? So that logic is here. If current is being deleted, this particular value is being deleted. So how you will just maintain the current and the previous, and see as you need to return the minimum time. So we will delete this particular. We will delete that balloon which requires the less time. So every time we will check that which has the less time. So for that reason, if both are equal, in case if there it is A and B. So here is B, the previous one, and the current is here. So in this, we have a race to delete which particular A. So we will check first that which is the minimum one. If A is minimum, the previous one is minimum, then we will delete this particular part and we will shift the previous to the current. Okay, and the current will be shifted one position every time. And suppose if the current is deleted, then no need to just change the previous, keep it there only. And after that, current will be shifted again to the next position. Okay, so this is the same thing I have written here. Now we need to check that which value is being deleted. If the current is deleted, then no need to worry about the previous. If the previous is deleted, then shift the previous to the current part, and both the times we will need to bring the current plus plus. And every time as we are deleting, simply if you are just deleting the current or the previous, at that time you will maintain the time variable to just store the value. Okay. And in case if both the previous and the adjacent are not equal, then in that particular case, what you are going to do? Simply in that case also, If suppose if the value is A and B, in that case, you no need to just delete anything. You will just move forward here only. If the previous is here and the current is here. So then what you are going to do? You will bring the previous here first, and after that you will move the current to next position. Okay. So this was the thing. So let's take an example here first, and after that I will show you the code. So here it is the example that I mean triple B and A, after that triple B and B. Okay. So in a starting, our previous is here and the current is in the first index. Okay. And in the upper side, I have written the values that the particular index required to remove. So in this time, see the A and B, both previous and the current are same. So we need to delete either one, and which value we are going to delete, which has a minimum value. So the minimum value is 3. So we will delete this part. So we are deleting the previous. So we'll bring the previous to here, and after that we'll take the current to the next position. Again, previous and current are same values. So again, we need to delete any one of them. And again, we will check that which value we want to delete. So which value? The value which is minimum. So the value which is minimum, that is 5. So we'll delete this part. Okay, we are deleting this part. So again, we will bring the previous to current and current to the next position. Now the value is different. Both the values are different. So we'll take the previous to current, and again we will take the current to the next position. Now current and the previous are same, so we'll delete which value, which is minimum. The minimum is 5, so we'll delete this part and move the current to next position. See, here we are not doing anything with the previous one. Okay. Now again we will check the current and previous, both the values are same, so again we need to delete any one of them. So three, this one will be deleted. Again the current will be shifted to next position. Now see, current and previous are different values, so we will take previous to the current value and we will shift the current to the next position. So now the current and previous are the different value. Again we will take the previous to the current part and move the current to the next value. Now we will see that previous and current are same. So again we will delete this value because this is minimum and shift this current to the next position. Again previous and current are same, but this time this previous value will be deleted. So we will delete this part and move the previous to the next position. And now the here we have just moved the previous one, so we will move the current to the next position. Now the previous and current are same. So again we will delete which value, the which is minimum. So this is minimum, so this is minimum. So we are not going to do anything with the previous. We'll shift current to the plus plus. So this is going out of bound. And finally, the value which are being deleted, we will store in our time. So see, in this part, how many time it is? This is 3, 5, 8, and 5, 13, and 3, 16, 16, 5, 21, and 4, 25, and 1, 26. So 26 is our the answer in this case. So let's see the code first. So we will take the, I mean, we will calculate the size first. After that, we will calculate the, I think we don't need the size for this. In the initial, I was just taking a map to store the values, that index and the time. But I just saw that we are just playing with the index only, so we don't need to take care of the map to store the values. That is why I just deleted that part. And see, we will calculate the length of the string first. After that, the time variable to store the result. And the two variable, that is previous and current. The previous will be started with the 0 and the current will be started with the 1. After that, we will take the range. We will write the while loop basically. In this, what we are going to do, simply we are taking that if the current is less than f, then we are going to do these things. If the values are same, if the adjacent are same, okay, in that case what we are going to do, simply we'll calculate, we will just pull out the values of previous and the current, that what values they are just containing right now. And after that we will check if the value 1 is greater, it means the value 2 will be deleted. So value 2 is deleted, so we'll store in the time. And else what it could be, that the first value is deleted, that is previous one. In that case we will again store the value in the time and we will take our previous to the current. And in else part, what we are going to do, if the both the values are not same, if both the values are not same, then we will take our previous to the current part. And in both case, see, in both case we are doing that current plus plus. Here also, in this part also current plus plus, and here also. let me see, current plus plus. So that is why what I have done, simply in the at the end of while loop I have just written that current plus plus, no need to do in the individual. That is why I'm just deleting this thing, current plus plus, and from here also, and this is the code, and in last we will return our time that is required. So let's run this code and show you the it is running for the test case, and after that we will submit. And now you are just submitting the values to see our result whether it is being accepted or not. This is accepted. And what is the time complexity? Simply it is order of n. Why? Well, because we are just traversing the string only, and the variable, and about the space we are just maintaining two variables, so no need to worry about the space. So this was all about the solution for this particular problem. I hope you are just liked it. So see you in the next video with a new problem.